Esteemed Commissioner Madam, Master Trainer Dr. Pradeep Sir, our Academic Guidance Officer Dr. David Kumar Garu, respected principals and dear teachers. Good afternoon and welcome to this Mana TV live telecast program. For the first time in the history of the Department of Collegiate Education, we are conducting a live telecast of a very important training program on human values and professional ethics. We give the entire credit to our Commissioner Ma'am. Ma'am came up with this idea of making this training accessible not only to the participants, but also to all the principals and teachers in degree colleges across the state. We took up Ma'am's idea, worked on it, and with the cooperation, ever ready cooperation of our SAPNet CEO and his team, we are conducting this live telecast program for the next 5 days, that is 13 to 17 June 2013. This is a very important course, that is course on human values and professional ethics. If we just take a look around us and if we just open the newspapers and switch on the television sets, all we see is an explosion of unethical practices and illegal practices and degradation of moral values. It's time that we sit up and take note of this. If we cannot make a difference in all the people around us, at least we can make a difference in students, and the most important place to start this course is the college. And therefore, it is the duty of every teacher to ensure that students develop not only academically but also personally, so that they can get happiness and peace in their days ahead. We thank Madam for taking this bold initiative of introducing this course in colleges, and we are very happy and fortunate to have an extraordinary master trainer, Professor Pradeep Kumar Garu, is a professor in earthquake engineering from IIIT Hyderabad. We thank IIIT Hyderabad for letting us use the services of this professor. All I can say is he is a noted scientist, very much busy with his work, but it is his passion and sincere commitment towards the cause of incorporating human values in students that is making him do these training programs. Thank you, sir. And one thing we want to submit to ma'am, before, when we used to ask lecturers to take part in training programs, we used to request them to come and participate. But we were so surprised that when we asked teachers to come for this training program, all agreed, and we had to ring up some lecturers and apologize and ask them that we request them that we will accommodate them in the next training session, because the SAPNet studio can give opportunity only to 46 lecturers, and that too with great difficulty. So, we are very happy with this huge response, madam, and we promise you, ma'am, that we are also very committed towards this cause, and we will do our best to inculcate values in our students. And we thank our academic guidance officer, Dr. David, for guiding us at every step. Now, I request Dr. David, sir, to talk about the journey of this course from its initiation to this stage.
So, good morning to all the principals and lecturers viewing this program, and also welcome to all the trainees to this live telecast program and 5-day masters training program. The department is now introducing from this academic year this course in human values and professional ethics as a part of the curriculum into the first year, and for second and final year students also will be this course will be taught but a certificate at the college level will be issued, but it is not into the curriculum, because this course is now introducing by the respective state universities as a part of the curriculum from the first year onwards. As part of the autonomous colleges, they have their own the same curriculum will be introduced, but in the 4 semesters they divide the course and then they introduce this course. So, the main objective of this course is to lay a strong foundation value based living. So, we have started this program working on this program from April 10th onwards. On April 20th, we had conducted a one-day workshop with all the autonomous college principals from government and aided colleges, and then we came up with some action plan, and we have taken the suggestions, and then we discussed the same in the Vice Chancellor's conference on 27th at MCR HRD. That conference attended by our Principal Secretary, Commissioner Madam, and Chairman State Council, and all the Vice Chancellors and NAC Director and so on. And there the presentation was given by the Professor Pradeep, and then all the Vice Chancellors have agreed to implement this course as a part of the curriculum at respective universities from this academic year. And after that, we have conducted a 3-day orientation program from 2nd to May with all ID college principals from government degree colleges, and also some other teachers who are interested also, they attended this program, a 3-day training program at IIIT. And for which a follow-up training program for 5-day master's training program also was conducted with the 75 participants from different parts of the degree colleges, government, aided and unaided teachers also attended the 5-day training. This is as a follow-up of this 5-day master training program, a 1-day video conference with all the teachers, principals of government aided has also been conducted from our secretariat, and it was a great response from the principal side also we have received. Now, today we are now conducting this a 5-day master's training program with the 46 participants, at selected 2 from each district. So, after this program we have some action plan. So, from July 1st onwards we are going to sensitize from the college level, and after that a 3-day journal level training programs for all the teachers who are selected to teach this course at college level will be taken up from 8th to 10th, the first journal training program at ID college campuses, and also 15th to 17th and 24th to 22nd to 24th July. So, this is now a action plan we have taken up, and then it is going to be implemented and from this academic year. So, now I request Commissioner Madam to brief on this the importance. Yes.
Good morning, everybody. I welcome all the candidates who have come here. It must have seemed a little different to come here. It's not your usual training course, and at the beginning it may look a little exciting to have all these lights here and sitting here, but it can be a little strenuous for you over the period of time. You can't sleep, you're caught in bright lights and you're not going to be paid remuneration after this, and I'm very happy that you'll still come forward. For all those who are watching from the colleges and who want to actually go for this course, I understand that all of you have by now understood that human values is a course in which we are not going to pay any kind of extra remuneration. It's going to be a course which you volunteer and you will be doing it, and your fees in this, or what you get, the reward in this would be not so much the amount you're going to get paid, but the kind of satisfaction you have, the kind of improvement it's going to see in your own life and the life of all those people who are around you, because your family is going to be happy once you start doing this course, not just by hearing this, but by the way you will change. Like Pradeep will tell you how the course is going to change your life, and that is if you really believe in it, and when you do it, it's going to make a lot of difference to all of you all. And the very difference is also going to make your principal very happy, because he is going to have a more disciplined regular lot here, who are not saying please improve my what do you say, the amount you get for each correcting each question paper, answer paper, what is it called? Remuneration. You are not come here and saying improve my remuneration, you are not saying improve my pay scale, you are not saying designate me as assistant professor, but you are just coming and saying this is what I believe in and this is what I think you all should be doing here, because this is what makes me and you a better person. When it's a totally different kind of thing we are talking about, and it's going to really make you all much more happy after this. Pradeep will tell you during the course of his class that if he sleeps within 5 minutes. Now, how many of you all can really go to sleep and get sleep within 5 minutes? Why is it that we don't sleep? It's because of all these tensions and all these thoughts in our head, these worries we have. So, I think today if you are listening to the slogan for Times of India, it says something like it's no longer blaming the country, blaming others, but I'll take it upon myself to change this world. So, now the onus is again starting on that. I mean, Kennedy said that long back when he said don't tell, ask not what the country can do for you, but ask what you can do for the country. But somehow, though it was a little good slogan at that point of time, it didn't really catch up. But today I think there is a difference with all this Anna Hazare movement and other movements and RTI and everything coming into place. There is this urge in humans to show that they are a good human being and they can do something more, and that is part of the whole story. But the other part of the story is that if you don't choose this path, what is the other path you choose? And I can tell you that the other path which they choose doesn't necessarily make them happy. Again, illustrations will be given to you during the course about how if you are feeling hungry, say about 10 grams of food or 20 grams of food, how much do we require roughly? Again as per each person's requirement. So, somebody may want to eat 50 grams, somebody may want to eat 1 kg also. But then whatever your limit, after you reach that limit, 50 grams to 1 kg, even if somebody gets you the best of the biryani or chocolates or whatever you like, again individual flavor, you will not be able to appreciate it. So, every want, everything what you want is again quantified. Beyond that you cannot, and beyond that it's always best to share with the others rather than store it for the future. So, this kind of values if you can develop in other persons, this need which you when you open a paper you find that this person, I shouldn't be quoting it being an administrator, but then you always see these things where somebody who is so terribly rich is still again giving a few commissions to somebody and getting a few commissions just for a few crores. And you wonder, this man is so rich, did he really require the 2 crores? I mean, I really can't understand. So, where does your satiation come, and why this need for this corruption? This all comes because of this lack of human values. And so, it is very useful for us to actually understand this. Then you may say that why human values? I mean, why do we really require? Because this lack of human values is in a way alienating us from everybody else. In a village in the olden days, when you walked on the road, you would talk to everybody on the road, you knew everybody. But today in the city, when you are walking on the road, you don't know anybody. And for those of us, and most of us have been abroad, if you have been to America or other countries, you will see that there is so much, it is called stranger, something like, you are so scared of the stranger. So, somebody comes to you and speaks, you see that fright on that fellow's face. He just doesn't, he is not comfortable with some stranger coming and speaking to him. Why? It is because of this lack of belief in somebody else. So, you need to have a society where you can understand each other. So, in a college, suppose a student comes to you, you do not feel scared. You know that he is your student, he has come to you. If you go out into the world, somebody comes to you, you still do not feel scared, but suddenly some other colored skin will come and then he is coming to you, then you are a little uncomfortable because this person is not your person. So, this all comes due to this unfriendliness in society. So, we need to make a society which is more friendly, which is more open to us and more positive. So, where do we start? So, shall we say, like somebody, one of the professors was saying, we had the Vice Chancellor's conference and he said, this should start in schools. Why are you talking about it in the degree colleges? Shall we say that? Or shall we say no? In my role as a lecturer, as a principal, as a commissioner, what I can do in my role to improve this. So, when you look at that, Then look at the positive sides of that. Okay, you are looking at now college students. How do you improve them? And why should you only look at college students? For me, it makes perfect sense, because children, you know, all of you all have children, and many of you all will have. When they are young, they listen to their parents in the family. Till about almost 13, 14, they will listen. 10th class. 10th, they go to college, it's a different setup. Then it's the teenage, the other syndromes. They are more influenced by their friends. The mother, the father, the family can no longer actually propel that person, unless they belong to a family where they are differently molded. But generally today in society, if you see, it is always the peer pressure which is working on them. So, the detachment from the family values, the care of the family has started. So, then they move into all of them who want to actually, you know, work hard, go into sciences, move into sciences. Now, what is left is the person who was not comfortable with sciences, person who did not want to become an engineer or a doctor, or the person who failed to become there. Now, the person who did not want to consciously become a doctor and engineer is quite okay, because he knows that this is not his path, there is something else and he is looking for that. But the person who did not become an engineer or a doctor, the minute he stepped into this degree college, he is not very comfortable. He does not like this feeling that when people ask him outside, what are you doing? He does not want to say BSc. I am sure many of them will even lie and say I am doing engineering or doctor or something like that for the first year. So, there is a lot of turmoil in him. He is either again trying to go back to this by preparing again, or he is trying to say that what is the use of becoming an engineer, anyway 1 lakh students are just engineers, seats are vacant, and then after becoming an engineer also he does not get much salary, and there is some kind of unrest in him. So, there is these group which is actually like they are ready to be molded. I mean, in the sense that, see, if you again go to IIT or engineering or medicine, they are busy with their own academics, they are busy so much they do not really have time for other things. But here this group is something which is comparatively free. It has time to think, time to reflect, time to pick up academics or any other values which you are going to give them. So, for us, we are dealing with the best group in terms of that age group. We are dealing with a group who are open, who can be molded, and this group, if you actually mold them properly, will form the major part of the society tomorrow, because all the engineers and doctors are going to leave this country and go, the good ones. Who is going to be left behind? The degree holder, who can't actually move out unless he is again so enterprising that he writes some GRE something something and then goes out. So, it is very important for us to look at this thing. Then the other part of it is that many of you all have seen that today youth, when they take up their exam jobs, we are having youth here who, some people are very dedicated to what they believe in, they work very hard, they give their best. After giving their best, either they are not recognized or they are recognized. When they are recognized, they are happy, you do not have a problem with that. When they are not recognized, there is so much of unhappiness in them that it leads into them a lot of turmoil, it leads into violence in domestic harmony, domestic life, it leads into violence outside, sometimes it leads to their own suicides also. So, how does he balance out this? That balance, that harmony is only coming through his, again through his ethics, through his belief system. So, that belief system is what we have to again look at. Now, many of you all here are belonging to the younger generation, so you will have a few more years before your children actually reach the college age. So, by the time, if you have this human values in place, just imagine how much of value it will add to your own children. Forget about other children. Other children is also very good, but then think about your own children. How much of value it will add to its own children, because here you are talking about something. I mean, I have noticed in young children that they say that you are talking about your life, your values, it is different from what we are going through. You never had TV in your childhood, you never had an iPhone in your childhood, we have all these. We are different from you all. But the truth is, it is the same value which is going to get him going in his life. It is the value of discipline, the value of hard work, the value of ethics. These are the things which are going to actually get him going in future. So, these are required no matter what he is doing, and that can only be reinforced when his it's being done in the college also, the same thing is the same message he is hearing in the college. Then his peers also talking about it, his students are talking about it. So then he says, okay, this is what is happening everywhere, so then this must be right. And even if it is not right today, it will be right tomorrow, because when he goes out into the world and then his boss tells him the same things, I want this from you, and it will be exactly the same what you are telling today. It will not be different. Boss will never say, don't be disciplined, don't come to office, don't work hard, don't tell me lies. Nobody will say that. Boss will expect the same kind of values. So then he is going to feel more and more comfortable in the world around him, because his wife will expect the same values, his boss expects the same values, his friends also expect the same honesty values among them. Friend will not say, you tell me lies, I am happy with it. Friend will say, you can lie to your teacher, you can lie to your parent, but don't lie to me. I mean, this is what we are going to see tomorrow. So this is what is very important for us. I was also telling yesterday that in case you feel that I don't have children or my children are already married, for those who are older, then I would like to say that your children are also going to get married, and your children are not going to get married to somebody from an alien world, they are going to get married from this society itself. So for them you will again require alliances, son-in-laws, daughter-in-laws from this society. So your children's in-laws or your own family, because nothing matters to us as much as our family does, so they have to also be good, and that can also be done if we work on this society. So that way also it is important. And for those who are much older, who are going to retire, they may feel, okay, my children are married, I don't require this. Let me tell you, your grandchildren, you would like them to be better than even your children. I mean, that is how I have generally seen grandparents. They feel their grandchildren are so special, their children are nothing compared to their grandchildren. So then your grandchildren are going to go out into this world, and it is going to be tougher and tougher. It is not going to be easy. And life, I mean, as lecturer you may think that you are handling a tougher lot than what your predecessors have done. It is true, it is true. The students today are not the same as what were there long back, but what your children will be handling will be much more tough than what we are handling. Life is going to progress like that unless we make it and positively look at it and then mend it in such a way that the future is going to be better than what is today. I mean, if that is going to be our attitude, it is going to be very good. And that is why we actually believed in this whole thing. And they were, I mean, when we started, so it was only meant for the people who were educating, but then I came to know through Pradeep that wherever the teachers were taught this course, that they themselves improved, and the principals and the institutions improved, and they found that students, yesterday I was, not yesterday, 2 days back I was in a book release function of Pradeep, and his dean was speaking and his director was speaking, and they said that after starting this course, they found that children were bonding much more easily, bonding with the lecturers, bonding with the institution, bonding with their own friends. And it is very much required today, because if you see children today, if they say leave me alone, I want to be happy, I want to play this video game, and you allow them to do that 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, no matter how many hours, you look at their face, they do not look happy. Unlimited freedom does not bring them happiness, and this is what you would have realized. Your students also, if somebody says I do not want to study, you just leave me alone, and you leave that person alone, will that person be happy afterwards? Look at his face again, he will not be happy. If that person is studying, he is listening to his parents and also coming to college and then doing all this, then look at his face, he looks different. You all, I mean, I do not have to tell you all this, you all would have seen this happening in your own students. So it is necessary for us to say that it is very important that you balance out all these things, and that is why we have done this. And you should also teach your people that I believe that there is a space in your heart, and in this space you fill bad things into it, it is filled, you do not have space for good. You fill good things into it, you do not have space for bad things. So the student also, if you involve him in all the good things, he will not have time for the bad things. So he has to be bought into that kind of spirit. And I can go on and on about this, but I do not want to do it. I just want to tell all the viewers here who are interested in this program that I congratulate you all for having chosen this course, and I assure you all that over a period of time, let us say 5 years from now, you will come back and tell me that, ma'am, this was an excellent course, I am happy that I have done it and I like the kind of result I am seeing, not only in myself, my family, but also in the children who I am teaching. And I want you all to take this up. And there is certain things which again Pradeep will tell you, that once having taken up this course, you should be a master trainer in every sense. That is, you cannot lie to the student and then talk to him about ethical values. You cannot talk to him about perfection and be imperfect. So, you will have to now mold yourself into that kind of role, where tomorrow he will not in the class say that you are talking about something and you are doing something else. So, you should talk and you should do the same thing, and that is how the student will believe in the system. And for the all the principals who are listening to this, you should pick people in the colleges who are respected by the others. Respected by the others, more than that, respected by the students, because if the student does not respect the teacher, he cannot have human values being taught to him. And this was the message which Principal Secretary wanted me to say specifically to all the principals, that please give this subject to somebody who is respected by the students, otherwise it will not have any future at all. And I expect all those lecturers who want to now do this course to be present all the 5 days, because after this there will be a lot of training programs going on, but you will not have the advantage of having Pradeep teach you all this, and we did not want to lose out on that. That is why we had this idea that instead of having a recorded version where you do not actually feel like seeing it, you have here this person in live and you can ask him questions, and no matter what questions you are going to feel, he is going to be there and he is going to answer it. So, you will have the comfort of actually listening to him. You will not have this doubt that somewhere that master trainer must have said something else and this man who is teaching me is telling me something else. So, that is why this was been organized, and for you all subsequently, if you have any doubts, we will be conducting some kind of refresher courses, but again within the district you will be having some other technical college principals and engineering college principals and other people who are present. The list of those people, I hope we will circulate it. I hope we will do it at least by the end of this program, so that it will be available to you all, so that if any doubts arise to you, you can always get in touch with them and clarify your doubts. Other than this, we will also have one master training program on August, by which time you would have started this course, and then August one day workshop will be there, by which time you would have actually started teaching this course, and then students would be asking you some doubts, and then there would be some problems. Then during the training programs, many of the lecturers said we want some more material, some more examples which we should be talking about. Principal Secretary feels that once he has become a trained teacher, he should be able to take the examples from his own life and say that this, in my life, this is what I did and this is what I have seen. But until that time, when you have the maturity and the kind of ease of use of this subject, Pradeep has released one book day before yesterday. That book will be sent to each of the colleges. I think one master copy can be there in each college, so that it forms a sort of reference manual kind of thing. There is another book which has been written by another professor. Do we have that? That book also can be there. I mean, it is quite nice, because I have gone through a part of it. This is How to Succeed 5 Secrets for 21st Century, a book on soft skills, meta skills and values by K.V. Subbaraju, PhD. Some of the examples here are very catchy. I mean, for those of you all who would like to have further reading, this is also a kind of nice book. I mean, something I read here about a positivist actually struck me very much. He speaks about Mahabharata, and he says that the lecturer tells Duryodhana that he go to this particular village and tell me how many good people are there. And Duryodhana goes around the whole village from day till night, and he comes back and he says, I did not find a single good man. Then he says Dharmaraju to the same village, and he says, tell me how many good people are there. Dharmaraju comes back, good people and bad people. So he goes around the whole village the whole day, and he comes back and he says, I did not find a single bad individual, because I found that every person was good, had something good in him. Okay, not the same thing, but each person had something good, and all human beings are good. I mean, this is just an example of showing positivist thinking, and I thought that was very striking, because there are some people given the same situation very happy, some people same situation very sad, and it's like that half cup which is half full. Some people say it is half empty, some people say it's half full. So this is all ways of looking, and these are things which I think are very striking to us, and if we teach at this level, I think the student will definitely remember. I somehow couldn't forget this example after I read that, and it kept coming back to me, and I kept thinking it's so true, because when you see somebody, you may say this person, if you teach that kind of value, then that person will not say tomorrow, okay, I am dealing with a beggar, so he is bad. He will not say I am dealing with some attender, so he is bad, or a rickshaw man, he is bad. He will have this value that, see, this person, even though he is a rickshaw man, he is putting in so much of hard labor into it, and he is good. I mean, he is good in his own way, because given a chance, the student cannot do the same work of rickshaw pulling for as many hours as that person is doing. So he should be made to understand and appreciate the good things around him, and that would make him happy, and that happiness is what he spreads around. And for those again who believe that why should somebody's happiness be of any value to us, I think you will see a film in which Pradeep will show you how one person is happy and he spreads the happiness to everybody around him. And for somebody who doesn't again believe in it, but I can assure you, if you are coming from a house and your wife is smiling and your child is smiling, you will come out smiling, unless you have some tension in your mind. Then if your wife is unhappy and cribbing and your child is shouting at you, you will come out shouting, and you will shout at somebody outside, you shout at the students outside, you will shout at your principal and your colleagues, and you will say, see, all of you did all these things bad. So the mood pervades everywhere. So this mood setting is what we have to do. And with this, I again thank all of you all, and I thank Pradeep for doing this. Let me tell you that he has been doing this free of cost, and we have been utilizing his services from last how many days, I think you should make a count, so that we say at least a count of so many days of free service, and he will tell you how you can organize your whole life so that you can keep doing this free service and not leave it at that. Because I find many men who say that we have gone out and done social service, so we will not come back home and do anything else. Or you say that I have done social service, so I will not do my job. It is not like that. As an earthquake engineer, he is doing his earthquake research, he is also doing his domestic life well. I can say that because his wife attends all the sessions. Now, he would, if the wife does not come, it is a signal that the wife is unhappy with him. It is not like that. She comes and she is smiling and she is happy. So he is doing well on his domestic front, and he is also doing so much for the society today. And if many of you all can become what he has become, I think I would have done my job here as a commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable message. You are always a source of inspiration and motivation for our lecturers. Now, I request Pradeep sir to take us through the training program.
Yeah. How much time we have for this session?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah. My name is Pradeep, and to all the people who are watching me, I cannot watch you. So, to all of them, good afternoon. I am very happy to be here today, and this is a wonderful occasion for us to meet and discuss something which is very important for all of us, particularly to our state of Andhra Pradesh. Now, I would like to talk only a few things in this introductory session, that is for about 20 minutes. So, what we usually feel is, I will be happy if other person changes. Okay, the problem is in the other person. This is the first one. So, I am okay with, but the problem is with the other person. That is first one. Second one is, if I have little more money, then I think problems around me will be solved. So, this is the second one. So, now let me talk about this second part, money, and then first part about relationship. We are all doing some job, and we are getting some salary, right, and our organization told us that we are planning to increase the salary hike. So, we are very happy by listening that statement, the news itself. Then a day came where you can write your application for increment. Let us take this as a hypothetical scenario. So, you give an application that you wanted say 10,000 more as an increment, 10,000 more. The day came where you got revised salary structure and you asked 10,000 and you got 12,000 increment. So, what will be the feeling? Obviously, we will be happy because we asked 10,000 and we got 12,000 as increment. So, we go home and then talk to our family members, say that yeah, my department or organization they have recognized my services and I am very happy for it. So, 2 days are over, 2-3 days. After that you go to your office and understood from your colleagues that one of your colleague got 15,000 increment. So, now that day you are very unhappy, terrible. So, we go home and then talk to our family members that మంచితనానికి రోజులు లేవండి, ఓకే, ఈ చెంచాగిరి చేసిన వాళ్ళకే ఎక్కువ జీతాలు వస్తాయి, all these things, increment, other, all these things. Now, what has happened? I wanted 10, I got 12, suddenly something changed outside and I am unhappy. So, this is what is happening, right. So, నేను సుఖంగా ఉండాలా దుఃఖంలో ఉండాలా, somebody else is deciding. So, it is me who did that. I do not know what will make me happy. So, I always thought that if somebody else changes, I will be happy, that is number one, and if I get more money, I will be happy. Both things are not happening, both things are not happening, somewhere some problem is there. Now, when it comes to education, I want to say something. Education is very core issue. If we do not handle education properly, that will become source of all the problems. And if we handle education properly, then that will become solution to all the problems. Okay. The core thing is education. Now, if we see, if we are not handling education properly, what are the major issues which we can see? This I am telling from my experience, you can like say yes, no or contradict, we will have discussion, long discussion. Number 1, pressure is increasing in individuals, yes or no, you just check, okay. ఒత్తిడి పెరుగుతుంది మనుషులలో, right. Reason for that is what? Targets and competition, right. Unnecessarily we are competing with our own colleagues. Just check, if one of your colleagues is purchasing a car, you will be happy or unhappy, check. What is happening? Somebody in your own environment purchased a car. So, suddenly something happened inside. There is a lot of pressure which I have to face, right, from inside and from outside. Outside is little, inside is much higher. We cannot accept it properly, right. So, pressure inside individuals is increasing day by day. This is the first issue, first concern, okay, first statement. Second one is relationships are getting spoiled in families and also at workplaces. రోజు రోజుకి మనుషుల మధ్యలో సంబంధాలు క్షీణించిపోతున్నాయి, ఇంట్లలో ఆఫీసులలో జరుగుతున్నాయిగా, జరగట్లేదా, జరుగుతున్నాయి. మూడోది వాతావరణ కాలుష్యం పెరుగుతుంది, పొల్యూషన్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ అండ్ రిసోర్సెస్, there is a feeling that resources are getting depleted. Yes. So, you agree to these statements at large scale or not, you check that. Okay. ఎందుకు జరుగుతున్నాయి ఇలా? We have to go, somebody has to look at it. Now, what is happening, like for development of a society, 3 entities are there. Number 1 is knowledge base, knowledge. Number 2 is government. Number 3 is industry. 3 systems are there. 3 systems, they have to work in coordination with each other. So, first one is knowledge base, second one, I am not ranking them, knowledge base, government and industry 3. So, if we look back in the history 1000 years back or maybe little more than that, this knowledge base was there in the hands of religious places. Whatever religious place used to tell, society used to follow that. You can see examples, temples, churches, mosque, whatever. Well, em chepte adi society follow ayyedi, clear. Then slowly time has changed. Then government started controlling the society or giving directions to the society. Ela rajulu, maharajulu, chakravartuలు వీళ్ళు చెప్పేవాళ్ళు ఏం చెప్తే అది ఆ టైంలో. దెన్ స్లోలీ రిలీజియన్ ఈజ్ ప్లేయింగ్ ఇట్స్ రోల్, బట్ నాట్ ఇన్ ద వెల్ఫేర్ ఆఫ్ ద సొసైటీ. దిస్ కింగ్స్ వర్ టేకింగ్ ద లీడ్. దెన్ స్లోలీ థింగ్స్ చేంజ్డ్. నౌ సొసైటీ ఈజ్ ఇన్ ద హ్యాండ్స్ ఆఫ్ industry. Industry is leading the society right now. Industry is giving directions to the society right now. You can see that. So, main motivation is చదువుకొని ఏం చేయాలి, జాబ్. ఓకే, పిల్లలు ఏం చేయాలి, జాబ్. ఎలాంటి జాబ్, మంచి జాబ్. So many questions we will discuss, so many things we will discuss. Now, if we look the outlook of an industry, what is the base of the industry, what is the outlook of the industry, profit or service? Check that. I am not giving you, I am not asking you to believe what I am telling. Okay, what you are experiencing, you see that. Okay, ఇప్పుడు నేను కరెక్ట్ ఇది మీరు బిలీవ్ చేయండి అని చెప్పట్లేదండి, యూ సీ దట్. ఓకే, సో ప్రాఫిట్ బేస్డ్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి, కనిపిస్తున్నాయి, సర్వీస్ బేస్డ్ కూడా కనిపిస్తున్నాయి, బట్ యూ కెన్ సీ వాట్ ఈస్ ద నంబర్, రైట్. లెట్స్ టేక్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ లార్జ్ నంబర్ ప్రాఫిట్. షార్ట్ టర్మ్ ప్రాఫిట్ కావాలా, లేకపోతే లాంగ్ టర్మ్ నేను ఇప్పుడు ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేశాను నాకు 20 సంవత్సరాల తర్వాత ప్రాఫిట్ వస్తే చాలా అనుకుంటా. షార్ట్ టర్మ్ ప్రాఫిట్ కావాలి. సో నౌ ఇన్స్టెంట్ 1 month, 2 months, like 1 quarter, 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, something like that, lot of calculations are there, మీరు చూసుకోవచ్చు దాన్ని. అయితే ఇండస్ట్రీస్ అవుట్లుక్ ఫర్ ప్రాఫిట్ ఈజ్ జస్ట్ 3-4 months. వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు గవర్నమెంట్, ఓకే, 1 term or 2 terms, అదే 5 or 10. ఓకే, చూస్తున్నాం అంటే ఎంతవరకు ఆలోచిస్తాం, నెక్స్ట్ టైం వచ్చేంతవరకు ఆలోచిస్తున్నామా, నెక్స్ట్ 50 yearsలో సొసైటీ ఎలా ఉండాలి దాని గురించి థింకింగ్ నడుస్తుందా, మీరే చెక్ చేయండి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ టర్మ్ ఈజ్ ద మెయిన్ ఫోకస్. నౌ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు నాలెడ్జ్ బేస్, ఓకే, ఇండస్ట్రీ వెరీ షార్ట్ టర్మ్, గవర్నమెంట్ మేబీ సమ్, especially I am talking about politics. And then next, if we talk about this knowledge base, now knowledge base is not there or not controlled by temples or churches, it is in the hands of universities right now. University is the base right now. Now university lo who is the central pillar of the university? Teacher, lecturer, faculty, professor, whatever you call, one person. Okay, that person is a central pillar. Now that person means universities are preparing students for their first job. That means what? Universities are thinking that they are successful if they give first job to their students. So now loop lo padipayamandi. So now industry is controlling and universities are making people fit for the industry. Now people are getting jobs, they should be happy. Why they are not happy? Right. So they are getting career but not life, that is a problem. People are becoming successful in their careers, those who are getting jobs, but failure in the family front, right. Society is in chaos, clear. This is happening because universities are trying to fit their students in their first job. So the duty of university is not to think about 3 months, not to think about 5 years or 10 years, to prepare student for life, at least 60, 70 or 100 years. So we have to prepare next generation. Currently we are thinking that I am successful if this person gets job. So that is where we have to now think and understand it, right. We have to think and understand it. So we need teachers who can prepare students for life. So now who can prepare other person for life? Those who are having clarity of life or not. So teacher is a central person. So educational institutions should not become mirror of the society. educational institutions should decide how the future society should be. So, now we should envisage how the future society should be. Now, you think how the future society should be and make a plan for next 50 to 100 years. That is very, very important. Otherwise, we see all these problems what I told, these are the major issues, but minor issues they are right away there in families. We can see our own family, there are many, many issues. They are all the combination of many bigger issues, many smaller issues. Now, we are getting troubled how to solve. There are 100 issues. So, problem ekkada undi anante, right. If I ask a student, student will give 10 things to be improved in teacher. If I ask a teacher, teacher will give 10 things to be improved in principal. Okay. If I ask a principal, he or she will give 100 other things what improvements are required in college or bigger bosses than that. So, now we are making a big wish list of 200, 300 how the society will be, should be, means if these things are okay, then society will be happy. Now, what happens here is we are identifying the problem, there is a problem and we are analyzing the problem, second step. Third step, we are finding solutions, third one. Fourth one is very, very important, becoming part of the solution. Becoming part of the solution. Now, we do first 1, 2 and 3, fourth one you please do not ask me, I am busy. Busy in what? Busy in gossiping, busy in this will not work, that will not work, like that. So, now what is very, very important is each one of us, if we stand for at least few things, okay, then our commitment to our work will increase and society around us will be tremendously, it will improve, tremendously improve, right. So, what will happen is we will not find that many problems, because each one of us takes some issues that I am going to work on this issue, and by seeking cooperation of the people surrounding me, that is a bigger issue now. The problem is what, if you start doing something, other people will come and they start talking about you. Oh, peer gavale, vidiki gavale, adi gavale, they start trying to pull down. It is actually they are not pulling down, it is my feeling that they are pulling me down, that is all, they are not pulling me down. So, it is my relationship with them which is not proper, that is the reason why it is required. Now, let me talk about something like if we take say entire nature, there are 4 entities in nature, 4 entities. One is the material order, second one is pranic order, third one is animal order, fourth one is human order. Material order, say stone, soil, water, metals, all these things are there in that, they are there. When I take pranic order, plants are there. Third, animal order, say animals and birds are there in that, and human order, human beings are there in that. Material order, let us take one example. Material is having a definite character, there is no change in its character, right. It knows what it has to do and it will do like that only. A granite rock, what it has to do, it will do like that only, whether it is here or anywhere else, right. Take neem tree, okay, or a tamarind tree, the same thing, no change in it, right. It is also having a definite character. Let us take any animal, a rabbit or for that matter lion, okay. Whether it is in India or anywhere else in the world, it is doing the same thing, that is called definite character, right. Let us take human being, okay, right. Today one, tomorrow other behavior, right. అయితే ఈ డెఫినెట్ క్యారెక్టర్ అనేది మానవీయ ఆచరణ, హ్యూమన్ కండక్ట్, డెఫినెట్ హ్యూమన్ కండక్ట్, నిశ్చిత మానవీయ ఆచరణ, డెఫినెట్ హ్యూమన్ కండక్ట్, అనిశ్చిత మానవీయ ఆచరణ, indefinite human conduct. Now, what do you see right now? What do you see? Definite human conduct or indefinite human conduct? Anishchita manaviya acharana. Yeah. So, anishchita manaviya acharana, because your remote control is there in the other person's hand. Other person says something, you get excited, like that we all are, it is like that, something like that. So, that becomes circumstantial. Now, what is this circumstantial? We are reacting to the situation. Okay. So, there is a lot of difference between reacting and response to the situation. Response comes with understanding, reaction comes with past practices. ఈ పాస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్ ని సంస్కారము అంటామండి, సంస్కారము, రైట్. అయితే దిస్ ఈజ్ ద వన్ విచ్ వీ నీడ్ టు ఎక్సైట్. ఓకే, నిశ్చిత మానవీయ ఆచరణ కావాలా, అనిశ్చిత మానవీయ ఆచరణ కావాలా, ఏది కావాలి? వాట్ డూ యూ వాంట్? నిశ్చిత, డెఫినెట్ హ్యూమన్ కండక్ట్. సో ఆటోమేటిక్గా రాదు కదా. ఫర్ యానిమల్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ దేర్, యానిమల్స్ గో విత్ ఇన్స్టింక్ట్స్, okay, but human being works with intellect. Now what, if I take material, అది పరిణామాన్ని ఫాలో అవుతుందండి. దట్స్ కాల్డ్ పరిణామ అనుసంగి. అనుసంగి మీన్స్ టు ఫాలో. ఓకే, అనుసంగి మీన్స్ టు ఫాలో, రైట్? పరిణామ అనుసంగి. ఇఫ్ ఐ టేక్ ప్లాంట్స్, ఓకే, అది సీడ్ని ఫాలో అవుతుంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ బీజ అనుసంగి. బీజము, సీడ్ తెలుసు కదా, తెలుగు వర్డ్ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, విత్తనము, బీజ్ అనుసంగి, అనుసంగి, టు ఫాలో. ఇట్ విల్ ఫాలో ద సీడ్. Whatever you do, if you put tamarind seed, tamarind tree only will come, nothing else will come. Bij anusangi, whatever it has to do, it is already there in that. Then when it comes to animal, that is called vamshanusangi. It follows breed, right? It follows breed. Trees means plants follow seed, animals follows breed. When it comes to human being, what human being follows? What? My question to you. Acha, let me tell you, this is a dialogue, it is not a monologue. It is not that only I am talking, no. So if I am talking, we can close the workshop very fast. So it is a dialogue. Okay. So now what human beings follow? Yeah, that is the reason why our behavior is indefinite. That is the problem. So we need definite behavior, definite character is required, definite human conduct is required. Aithe human being is siksha samskaramu anusangi, education and samskaramu anusangi. So now currently what is the meaning of education? Somewhere we lost it. Okay, we are made to believe or made to think that the skill is education. Skill is not education. Okay, education is something deeper than skill. Now currently what is education? The one which fetches more money. That is what is happening. How much time I have?
20 minutes.
ఇప్పుడు ఎంత ఉంది? Who is controlling time?
It's okay, sir. 10 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, okay. Yeah. Now let me give one example. Like విశిష్టత, శ్రేష్టత, రెండు అంశాలు ఉన్నాయండి. విశిష్టత, శ్రేష్టత. ఓకే, శ్రేష్టత అంటే ఎక్సలెన్స్, ఎక్సలెంట్. విశిష్టత అంటే స్పెషల్, టు బీ స్పెషల్. మనకు శ్రేష్టంగా ఉండాలని అనిపిస్తుందా, విశిష్టంగా ఉండాలనిపిస్తుందా? మీరు ఆలోచన చెప్పండి. శ్రేష్టంగా. సో మనలో చాలామంది శ్రేష్టంగా ఉండాలని అనుకుంటున్నాం, కానీ మనం చేస్తున్న ప్రతి పనిలో మన తాపత్రయం ఏంటంటే విశిష్టంగా ఉండడానికి ప్రయత్నిస్తున్నాం. సో న్యాచురల్లీ వచ్చేది ఏంటంటే శ్రేష్టంగా ఉండాలని. విశిష్టత, శ్రేష్టత అనేది గుర్తింపు కాదండి, గుర్తింపు ఆల్రెడీ దాంట్లో ఉంది శ్రేష్టతలో, కానీ విశిష్టత గురించి ఎక్కువ ట్రై చేస్తున్నాం, అంటే గుర్తింపు గురించి ఎక్కువ ట్రై చేస్తున్నాం. ఎస్ ఎస్. సో ఎస్ సో all 10 are doing like that. Among 10 people, all 10 are trying like that. That is a big problem. Now I will give an example to make this concept clear. ఒక క్లాస్లో 30 మంది పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు. ఎంతమంది ఫస్ట్ వస్తారండి? ఒక్కరు. ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ రావడం అనేది విశిష్టత, 100కి 100 తెచ్చుకోవాలనడం శ్రేష్టత. ఎంతమంది ఫస్ట్ వస్తారు? ఒక్కరు. ఎంతమందికి 100కి 100 తెచ్చుకునే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది? 30 మంది. ఫస్ట్ రావాలనుకున్నవాడు ఎంతమందికి హెల్ప్ చేస్తాడు? 100కి 100 తెచ్చుకోవాలనుకున్న వాళ్ళు ఎంతమందికి హెల్ప్ చేసినా వాళ్ళకి ఏం నష్టం లేదు. ఓకే, రైట్. ఎవరి చుట్టూ ఈర్ష్యా ద్వేషాలు ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి? ఫస్ట్ రావాలనుకున్నవాడు చుట్టూ ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయా? అంతే కదా. సో 100కి 100 తెచ్చుకోవాలనుకున్నవాడు హెల్ప్ చేస్తూనే ఉన్నాడు, దెర్ ఇస్ నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో హార్మనీ ఈజ్ దేర్ అరౌండ్ శ్రేష్టత, జెలసీ అండ్ యాంగర్ ఈజ్ దేర్ అరౌండ్ విశిష్టత. ఓకే, నౌ ఈ 10 మందిలో నేనే బాగా కనిపించాలనుకుంటే దట్ ఈస్ విశిష్టత. నౌ మనని మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేసుకుంటే మనకు తెలుస్తుంది మన చుట్టూ జెలసీ ఫీల్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ మంది ఉన్నారా, లేకపోతే హ్యాపీగా ఫీల్ అయ్యే వాళ్ళు ఎక్కువ మంది ఉన్నారా? దాన్ని బట్టి ఏం తెలుస్తుంది అంటే మనం ఏ డైరెక్షన్లో వెళ్తున్నామో తెలుస్తుంది. మన దారి విశిష్టత వైపు ఉందా, శ్రేష్టత వైపు ఉందా? అయితే ఈ విశిష్టంగా అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఎందుకు రావాలండి? ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ ఈజ్ దెర్ ఈజ్ సంథింగ్ విచ్ ఈజ్ హిడెన్. ఫస్ట్ వస్తే మంచి కాలేజ్లో సీట్ వస్తుంది. మంచి కాలేజ్లో సీట్ ఎందుకు రావాలి? మంచి ఉద్యోగం వస్తుంది. మంచి ఉద్యోగం అంటే ఏంటండి? నాకు ఉద్యోగం అంటే తెలుసు. ఈ మంచి ఉద్యోగం అంటే ఏంటి? అర్న్స్ మోర్. ఓకే, యా. వాట్ ఈజ్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ మోర్? వాట్ ఈజ్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ మోర్? ఎంత? 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, లక్షనా? అంతే కదా. ఓకే, కంపారిజన్ వచ్చింది, రైట్? కంపారిజన్ వచ్చింది. నా ఇప్పుడు మిమ్మల్ని ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతానండి. మీరు స్వతంత్రంగా జీవించాలనుకుంటున్నారా, పరతంత్రంగా జీవించాలనుకుంటున్నారా? స్వతంత్రంగా జీవించాలనుకుంటున్నాం. సో వీ వాంట్ టు లివ్ విత్ ఫ్రీడమ్. ఓకే, పరతంత్రంగా జీవించడం అంటే ఎలా అంటే పక్కవాడు కారు కొనగానే డిస్టర్బెన్స్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది లోపల, ఇది పరతంత్రం. అర్థమైంది కదా? అప్పటి వరకు ఏం లేదు, నార్మల్గానే ఉన్నాను. పక్కవాడు కారు కొనగానే డిస్టర్బెన్స్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది లోపల. దిస్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ పరతంత్రంగా జీవించడం. ఇది ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? ఒక 2 ఫ్యామిలీస్ని చూద్దాం. ఒక ఫ్యామిలీ చాలా రిచ్గా ఉండే ఫ్యామిలీ, ఇంకొక ఫ్యామిలీ మామూలుగా డబ్బులు ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, చాలా రిచ్గా ఉండే ఫ్యామిలీ దగ్గర పెద్ద బంగ్లా కనిపిస్తుంది. మామూలుగా ఉండే వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఒక నార్మల్ ఇల్లు కనిపిస్తుంది, ఒక 2 బెడ్రూమ్ రెంటెడ్ ఫ్లాట్ మేబీ. చాలా డబ్బులు ఉన్న వాళ్ళ దగ్గర ఒక 2-3 కార్లు ఇవన్నీ కనిపిస్తాయి, ఈజీగా చూడొచ్చు. మామూలుగా ఉన్న వాళ్ళ దగ్గర బైక్ ఉండొచ్చు, అది కూడా ఇన్స్టాల్మెంట్లో కొన్నది. చాలా డబ్బులు ఉన్న వాళ్ళ దగ్గర చాలా ఎలక్ట్రానిక్ గ్యాడ్జెట్స్, ఇంట్లో వస్తువులు, ఇల్లే మ్యూజియం లాగా తయారై ఉంది వాళ్ళది. ఓకే, సో మామూలుగా డబ్బులు ఉన్న వాళ్ళ దగ్గర అన్ని వస్తువులు ఉండవు. ఇప్పుడు చాలా డబ్బులు ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నారు, మామూలుగా డబ్బులు ఉన్న వాళ్ళు సుఖంగా లేరు, చెప్పగలుగుతామా? సో నో దీంతో కంక్లూడ్ ఏం చేయగలుగుతున్నామంటే ఎక్కువ డబ్బులు ఉంటే ఎక్కువ భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు ఉంటాయి, రైట్? తక్కువ డబ్బులు ఉంటే తక్కువ భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు ఉంటాయి. అంటే డబ్బు వల్ల భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలను సమకూర్చుకోగలుగుతాం. ఇప్పుడు మనలో ఉన్న మాన్యత ఏంటంటే, భ్రమ ఏంటంటే, కండిషనింగ్ ఏంటంటే, ఇఫ్ ఐ హ్యావ్ మోర్ మనీ ఐ విల్ బీ హ్యాపీ. ఇది అన్నిటికంటే బలంగా నాటుకున్న మాన్యత. మాన్యత అంటే కండిషనింగ్ ఏంటి? ఇఫ్ ఐ యామ్ ప్రాస్పరస్ ఐ విల్ బీ హ్యాపీ. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద బిగ్గెస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్, రైట్? So as a teacher, first of all I should come out of this, otherwise I cannot talk about salaries, right? I cannot talk about salary, money, anything, because I have to come out of this one. So if I am not coming out, right, then I do not have clarity on that. So what is that clarity which is required here? More money gives more happiness అనేది. ఇప్పుడు ఇందాక ఎగ్జాంపుల్లో చూసారు, మనీ ఈజ్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టెలింగ్ వద్దనట్లేదండి, కావాలి అంటున్నాను. కానీ మనం ఎంత కావాలో తెలుసుకోవాలని. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైందంటే నాకు ఎంత కావాలో తెలుసుకోవడానికి నాకు చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్న వాళ్ళు కావాలి, వాళ్ళని చూస్తే కానీ నాకెంతనో తెలియట్లేదు. ఇది పరతంత్రంగా జీవిస్తున్నట్టు. స్వతంత్రంగా జీవిస్తున్నామంటే వేరే వాడి మీద ఆధారపడకుండా నాకేం కావాలో నేను నిర్ణయించుకున్నాను. దానికి కావాల్సింది నాలెడ్జ్, దానికి కావాల్సింది శిక్షణ, సంస్కారము. శిక్ష అంటే పనిష్మెంట్ కాదు, శిక్షణ, ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అండ్ సంస్కారము. చుట్టుపక్కల ఉన్న వాళ్ళను చూసి వచ్చేది సంస్కారము. శిక్షణ ఉంటేనే అది సరిగ్గా ఫిట్ అవుతుంది, లేకపోతే ఐ విల్ గెట్ క్యారీడ్ అవే విత్ ద సరౌండింగ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్. సో అది పరతంత్రం అంటాం. స్వతంత్రంగా జీవించాలి. స్వతంత్రంగా జీవించాలంటే వీ నీడ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అబౌట్ ఎవ్రీ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్, ఎవ్రీ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. మనీ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో వన్ ఆస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్. వీ నీడ్ వాట్ ఫెసిలిటీస్. అవును, అవసరం ఉన్నాయా లేవా? ఫెసిలిటీస్ అవసరమే కదా. వీ నీడ్ ఫెసిలిటీస్. నా ఒక ఉదాహరణ తీసుకుంటానండి. ఈ భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు అంటే ఫెసిలిటీస్ ఎలా వస్తున్నాయి? నా దగ్గర డబ్బులు ఉంటే నా దగ్గర ఫెసిలిటీస్ వస్తున్నాయి. అయితే ఈ ఫెసిలిటీస్ మనకి ఏం చేయగలుగుతాయి అనేది వీ కెన్ బ్రేక్ నౌ. ఒక నిమిషం సార్. Yeah, carry on. Okay, right. Yes sir. I am confused. One is telling carry on, another one is telling wind up.
One doubt for clarity.
మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడదాం. డిస్కషన్ వేరే టైం అంట, మళ్ళీ మాట్లాడదాం. ఓకే, సో ఐ కెన్ క్యారీ ఆన్. ఓకే, సో ఈ డబ్బులు ఎక్కువ ఉంటే భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు సమకూర్చుకుంటున్నాము. అయితే ఈ భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు మనకి ఏం చేయగలుగుతాయి అనేది ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. సో భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు అనేవి ఏం చేయగలుగుతాయంటే నా శరీరానికి ఉన్న సామర్థ్యాన్ని పెంచడం తప్ప ఇంకేమీ చేయలేవు. మనిషి యొక్క శరీరానికి ఉన్న సామర్థ్యాన్ని పెంచడం తప్ప ఇంకేమీ చేయలేవు భౌతిక సౌకర్యాలు. సో మన కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఏంటంటే ఈ భౌతిక సౌకర్యాల వల్ల మనకు సుఖం వస్తుంది అని వీఆర్ ఫీలింగ్ దట్. ఓకే, షల్ ఐ స్టాప్ నౌ?
1 minute.
యా. సో భౌతిక సౌకర్యాల వల్ల శరీరానికి ఉన్న సామర్థ్యం పెరుగుతుంది, సుఖం అనేది సంబంధాల వల్ల వస్తుందండి. సో దీస్ 2 things. ఓకే, నువ్వు ఇందాక డిస్కస్ చేసిన మొత్తం అంటే ద సమరీ ఈజ్ like education, if it is not handled properly, that is becoming source of all the problems. If education is handled properly, that is solution to all the problems. This is the first thing I discussed. Then second thing is, as a teacher, it is our responsibility to provide proper education to children or the generation. Education institutions should not become mirror of the society, but they should decide how the future society should be. This is the what other thing. అండ్ ఈ 4 స్థితులు అంటే తీసుకుంటే కనుక పదార్థ స్థితి, ప్రాణస్థితి, జీవస్థితి, జ్ఞానస్థితి 4 అంటే మెటీరియల్ ఆర్డర్, ప్రాణిక్ ఆర్డర్, యానిమల్ ఆర్డర్ అండ్ హ్యూమన్ ఆర్డర్. హ్యూమన్ బీయింగ్ని తీస్తే మిగతా 3 ఆర్డర్స్కి డెఫినెట్ కండక్ట్ ఉందండి, నిశ్చిత ఆచరణ ఉంది ఆ 3 కానీ మనిషిలో మాత్రం నిశ్చిత ఆచరణ లేదు, అనిశ్చిత ఆచరణ ఉంది. సో మనిషికి నిశ్చిత ఆచరణ కావాలంటే శిక్షా సంస్కారం అనేది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో ఈ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ని కనుక సరిగా హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తే దెన్ రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్స్ విల్ బీ సెట్ రైట్. సో నెక్స్ట్ సెషన్లో ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు డిస్కస్ అబౌట్ దిస్ సమృద్ధి అండ్ సుఖము, దాని గురించి ఆ డిఫరెన్స్, అండ్ దెన్ విల్ ఓపెన్ అప్ ద డిస్కషన్. ఇందాక జరిగిన సెషన్లో క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా విల్ టేక్ ఇట్ అప్. So I am stopping it here, the first session, and I am very thankful to you for participation. Thank you.
2 o'clock, sir. Tell them 2 o'clock.
Yeah. Please assemble back at 2 o'clock. So we will start the session at 2 o'clock.